Video shows you some of the techniques that you can learn on the POLD one-day introduction with Juan Vincent Lopez Diaz. The POLD method is a very hands-on method. As you can see, there's a rhythmical movement that is carried on throughout the whole of the technique, and Juan here is explaining how with one movement you can apply chordad pressure or a chordad force, you can apply a lateral force, and obviously the rotational force of the oscillation. And throughout the day, which is specifically focused on low back pain and treating sciatica, is it works through the lumbar spine specifically. There is then some thoracic techniques, but in here, this is the chordad force. You can do a traction while moving the patient. You can then come up, you can then put a long stretch throughout the neck and so on. The whole time you're assessing, you're feeling the tissues. In this example, the unilateral aspect of the erector spinae. And again, you can change your direction, but by then treating these, it's an ongoing technique. You're always keeping the patient moving by applying pressure through the tissues. Again, you get relaxation in the tissues, and then you can combine this in with exercise movement afterwards. You can work through soft tissues here, the glutes, ITB, hamstrings. So basically, you get a range of hands-on techniques that allow you to mobilize the patient. Here you can do individual levels and so on. That's basically the day. If you're a hands-on therapist, it's fantastic. So what we've done is got a few people who've been on the course just to give you their experiences of the one day, and a number of those are then coming on the 4-day course. But the 1-day course gives you a good introduction. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you're interested in some of the techniques you've seen, and hopefully see you on the 1-day course.
Hello Lynn. We're at the end of the sort of 1 day with the POLD course with Juan Vincent. I just wondered what you sort of enjoyed most about the day, really.
It was very practical, very hands-on.
Yeah.
He was fantastic, really good, explained everything, even though his English is not perfect. He has managed to get so much in 1 day. It's been great.
Fantastic. You've got plenty of things to take away and use?
Absolutely.
Cool. So if you're thinking about, obviously, Juan Vincent about the 4-day course, if someone was thinking about coming either to the 1 day or the 4-day, what would you sort of, if they said to you, what did you think of it? What would you say to them, or what would you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm after having done today, I'm definitely going on the 4-day course, finances permitting. Yes. But no, definitely, absolutely come for the first day one, and I think the 4-day one will probably be really worth it.
Right. So Gareth, we just ended at the end of the 1-day POLD introduction. Thinking back to this morning and to now, what sort of things have you learnt throughout the day?
Well, loads really, because the amount that we don't know what to do with certain things like a frozen shoulder, that you can treat them and you'll see improvements but never fully, where with this it's another technique to try, and by the sounds of things it could be really effective in things like that, and the lower back pain obviously that we focused on today. It should be really effective. I'm really worth trying it. And
how easy did you find it to pick up the techniques?
Really easy.
You're a bit of a star at it, so
it was all just to do with, as long as you've got the timing and the rhythm in your hands, it's just being able to coordinate the both of them. So with the kind of physical and practical skills that most physios have, it's quite easy to pick up and really easy to learn as long as you can remember the techniques.
Yeah, and it was quite adaptable. It seemed like with each different person you had to adapt it slightly, and it was very personal to each person.
Yeah, every single person kind of has their own rhythm inbuilt seam in them, and you've just got to find that with each individual person, and it works well.
Things to take back and use on Monday?
Definitely, going to try it straight away.
So if someone else was thinking of kind of coming along, or even doing the 1-day one, or considering the 4-day one, what would you say to them?
Oh, definitely do it. I mean, I'm going to come along and do the 4-day as soon as that's open now. Learn more techniques, so I'll definitely advise people to try it.
That'd be brilliant. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Cheers, guys.